Chaps and chapettes, welcome back to the next episode of Tryhards Road to Glory, of course. So today is sort of picking up off of last weekend. Obviously, we need to get the idea sorted. We need to get the plan for the weekend going, because at the end of the day, we ended up on, I think, a 4-5-1 formation, which, you know, can work at times, but we're not going for something which is a bit of a risk. We're going for a tactic which works. So if you haven't already seen, I used the 4-2-2-2 formation. Bit of a mouthful there, but we used that formation in the previous video just to see how good it was, and it turned out being really good, so I made a video about it. I think it is arguably one of the best balanced formations, so we're going to try it out in the weekend league, seeing as I did get on so well with it. But first of all, we've got to just clear out the club to an extent. We're switching up the players. I think Mendy is also one of those players who I had at left back, who I just thought he was decent, but I don't know, he's just lacking something. There's players often where they will have semi-decent stats, but often they just lack a certain something. And I don't know, maybe it's just a bit of pace, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, we're getting some centre attacking mids. Usually I wouldn't do this in this kind of formation. I would just switch. I would probably usually just start off with a left mid and right mid in a 4-4-2 and then switch to this formation in game. But I don't know, I feel like these centre attacking mids are actually pretty decent, and at the same time as well, I've got 3 substitutions to use up, so if they don't do well, I could just switch them off in game for decent players anyways. So in terms of the attacking options, we go for Gabriel Jesus and Musa. I was initially looking at Callum Wilson, but he hasn't got 4-star skill, he hasn't got 4-star weak fit. If he had one of those things, I think I'll probably go for inform Callum Wilson, but I don't know. I think for me, those are the golden rules. I think for a striker, like, you need one of those 2 things. Either that or you're just an absolute monster with like 99 pace. But don't know, it doesn't quite cut the bill. But in terms of the custom tactics, we go for a sort of sitting off type approach to an extent. Lower the pressure just a little bit. Aggression, I like to keep reasonably high. I mean, the thing is that we've got 2 CDMs, so at the end of the day, I'm happy to put the aggression up, because with 2 CDMs in front of my back 4, then they should hopefully be pressing for the ball. And like Bakayoko, I think with a shadow, he's like over 80 pace. In terms of the CDMs, though, I wasn't happy with Moussa Dembele, just because I feel like we need 2 out-and-out solid CDMs that are going to be good at winning the ball. So we're getting Nemanja Matic a little bit slower, but with the Shadow Chem style, he can get up to a decent speed. And also, seeing as we are sitting off him a little bit, I think we did lower the pressure just a bit. It means that, as well as also having 2 CDMs, it means that Matic, I think, will work in this, honestly, because he's got the height, he's got the strength, for 2 things that you need. And then what he lacks in pace, I think Bakayoko can make up for. So going into the actual rewards, we got gold 3. We definitely got to try and do better than that. Also, I literally just got a Ethernet cable. Turned out being way too long. I've got like a massive wire coil, like, sitting around the corner, like bags and bags of wires, you almost might say. But basically, I'm gonna be playing in here from now on. All of my videos, it's gonna be the whole setup from now on, because I can actually get decent internet in here now. But in terms of these packs, EA are doing us dirty again. I think it might be because that pay to win statement that we released, you know, I'm starting to think that might be a reality. I really am. I don't know what they're doing here. And then we get the rare players pack. At the end of the day, though, it is only gold 3 awards. It's why I didn't even do a live commentary of it. It's not that I did it and we didn't get anyone, so I didn't put it in. It's that I didn't bother because it is gold 3. But we do still get an inform. So I mean, that is decent. That is decent. We'll take that. But it's probably the worst inform there. I can pretty much guarantee that. He's pretty much discard value. So shambolic. Apart from maybe like silver informs, I guess they would sell for less. But mind you, certain silver informs, if they have decent stats, they'll be higher value just because they are a silver player. But I mean, we're getting some half decent value from some of these players. We'll certainly take it going into it. I can't see actually how many coins are on. I think we're on like 44,000 or something like that. The screen is like so small on my editing software and all the rest of it, and quality shocking as well. But nonetheless, we're just sort of clearing up the transfer list. I see Mbappe didn't sell there. I think we did end up selling him for like 14,000 coins. And that's the thing with buying and selling teams all the time. I want to try and get out of the habit of doing that, because the EA tax is just disgusting. It really does get to you after a while. And literally just from doing the series, because I've kind of given up on FUT Champs on my main account to an extent other than the World Cup series or whatever. But just from buying and selling so many teams on that account, I've lost so many coins. But that's EA for you. But nonetheless, chaps and chappets, that is going to be the end of this episode. We're ready to get into this week's FUT Champions. I'm hoping we can get a decent finish with these new tactics and players. So let's get stuck in. Mine. Hula hoops. Spinning hoops. Spinning records. Nice tunes, y'all. I thought he was gonna do me dirty then by recording me. He's sitting in his little den, y'all.